speak about the power of online network, and there is something can be very strong, digital rhizome. The rhizome is the way potatoes grow. Potatoes grow in any order, in any size. When you have a strong SH, you can develop human collectives very strong. You just have to show the way, and teams very motivated can take this way of thinking, this way of developing things, and learning together, can send challenge and do things very difficult. Teams are far away from each other, but with the theory of archipelagos from Edouard Glissant, a Caribbean man, we can see we are separated but linked by the roots of the islands. This is the same of digital rhizome. You can be very far away from each other, but we can have the same way of thinking. And there is an approach, this approach develops a systemic transformation and can help transition. Be careful, digital rhizome is not only digital approach. You can see a telepresence robot note-taking, alimentation project, sketchnoting, a collaborative software, so many ways to work and learn together. But a digital rhizome is before a human experience. This is the confidence people develop by themselves from the action. The action is the earth. And the action acts with a very strong acts with an authentic question is the most powerful weapon to develop communities and network. Now, you can see a picture from the COVID period. This is a group of managers learning together in the forest. There was not only the online possibility to learn when nobody can gather themselves, but we take this group and we go in the forest and we can breathe. Don't remember we are in a digital world, physical and digital. These managers are learning together from years and years, some of them from 20, 30 years. If someone say you, give you 100,000 euros and enroll in a training that lasts 30 years, what would you say? It will be a strange proposal, but these members share from years after years their knowledge, and they take pleasure to do that. They have joy. We have 4 and 14 clubs and 8 and 400 members all over the world sharing experience like this. And this is very refreshing. We grow our power of living. It's very important. I say in the beginning of the speech, the link between to lead and to learn. We speak and we think environment. And we can do a shift from environment to landscape. Environment is around us. This is an objective way to describe the world. But the reality is a singular one. The landscape is built by our glaze. This is a way of thinking that builds the world. When you are doing training engineering and designing process to learn, or doing instructional design, we think the other is a people and you act on these people. But when we think these people can see by himself his landscape, we have to build a way he can engage, an ecosystemic way of learning. how to make collective learnings a powerful driver of transition. I say this is my main concern now to help transition. I see three things to do. The third one is free speech. It's to open the possibility of speaking, of saying things differently. The third is free the collective, give the power to teams. And the third is free the future, is to welcome the future. There are 4 steps to do that. The first one is preparing favorable conditions. The second one is identify an authentic question. I repeat this twice or more, but this is the main point. Then create a milestone, a great event. Learning is not only an event, this is also a journey, a travel. Fourth, getting moving together. The antidote of sadness is not joy. This is movement. We can put joy when you have movement. Each of these approach can use tools on many ways to do things. Open forum, learning story, collaborative conversation, dialogue cycle, wall cafe, collective collection of history, bar count, file account. Do you know about file account? You can express your main mistake, your main failure in a camp to learn with this failure. Also, transformation story. To free collective, we can use circle of learning, team building, victory dream creation, appreciative inquiry, consensus conferences, creative animation, exchange of practices, learning by action or learning by doing. And to free the future, you can begin to meditation, mindfulness, to connect your body with the nature. You can develop the arts of asking questions and do learning journey with this yes unconditionally. You can also use methods of design. We well know American design fiction, design thinking. But do you know about participative design from Scandinavian people? I invite you to discover participative design. This is a powerful way to link people and build new society with very concrete problems. You can also develop systemic modeling, mind map, graphical facilitation, scripting of the future, backcasting. Every way to learn from the future is a way to give power to the present. You can also develop many ways of entrepreneurship, like rapid prototyping or project acceleration. If to live and to learn are the same way, I invite you to discover the work of Francisco Varela. Francisco Varela is a scientist studying the brain and showing the modification of the brain when you walk, simply to walk in the streets, in the forest, everywhere. There are stimulations and your neurons are transforming themselves and opening new possibilities. You can have a power of feeling when you get in the nature. You can strengthen phenomenological and personal dimension of experience. When you speak about your experience with other people, you grow together, more living in the world. Then the joy of collective intelligence connects us with the power of life. You can get the flow effect the psychologist Miasvili described. A mental state when you are taken like in a cloud, like in a flow, and everything flow one after one, and you get very pleased with this experience. And the team can do many things very powerful, very difficult with this flow. I just want to read you a poem from Antonio Machado, a very strong poem, to dare entering the world of collective intelligence. Wanderer, the way. It's the threads of your steps, that's all. Wanderer, there is no way. The path is made by walking. The path is made by walking, and when you look back, you see the trail never before. You don't have to tread again. Wanderer, there are no paths, nothing but wakes on the sea. Everything passes and everything remains. But our business is to pass by tracing paths on the sea. Caminante, no hay camino. I see some people are from Spain. Sorry if I drew the text as well as the original text of Antonio Machado. The key point to develop network, community, and cooperative learning. The first one is to ask yourself an authentic question. What is the main point? What is the more important things in your life, in your community? The second point is to gather a group of locally engaged actors. Maybe 2, 3, 4 people. It's enough to begin. Then, live irreversible experiences of creative cooperation. Such an experience you don't want to get back again with all the way to do things, to learn or work. Irreversible experience of creative cooperation are so strong you never think and see the world the same thing. You can do an inner transformation very strong. Then, collectively become aware of the power of learning together. Share with others, with community of interest, with circle of learning, many ways to do that. And if you want to transform even more, amplify, start over. When you have 10% of an affected population, there is a tipping point, a moment you can never get back again. This is the works of Macmillan. Thank you for your attention. You can see the bibliography with people I get used in the PowerPoint presentation.
Monsieur Cristol, thank you very much. That was a very, very interesting presentation. I really want to thank you for this. I would like to invite all of our partners and the audience, as well as the audience here, to ask questions to Monsieur Cristol concerning collective